Welcome to BizTV's Beyond the Brand. I'm Kelly Phillips. Today, I'm joined by life coach and entrepreneur Danielle Lavalee Wasson. Danielle helps small business owners use AI to unlock innovative solutions to common problems faced by a lot of businesses. We'll be right back with more Beyond the Brand. An accomplished entrepreneur and coach, our next guest empowers small business owners and leaders to leverage the power of AI to tackle challenges, streamline processes, and unlock innovative solutions. Please say hello to Danielle Lavalee Wasson. And Danielle, so many people are scared of AI. How do you embrace it?
Well, it's kind of like we don't have a choice, do we?
It's here whether we like it or not.
You know, the horse or the car, right? Like things move, industries change, new industries come and go. I don't think you have a choice. If you don't embrace AI, you're so going to be left behind because AI provides speed. And if you don't embrace it and you say, I'm never going to use it, your business is going to be left behind because your competitors who do embrace it are going to be able to move so much faster than you are, that you'll be left in the dust.
Now, you talk about the speed of which to do things, and I know your company, you've been called Productivity Dynamo. What does productivity mean to you in the AI era?
I think it's using it wisely. And here's an example. I had to write an ROI proposal this last week, and I knew what I wanted to say, and I'd been sitting there trying to find the right words and, be very eloquent. And I went to my AI that I use, and I use ChatGPT. But I've seasoned it. I've taught it to speak like me and use my tone and my personality style. And it wrote it for me in a millisecond. And then, I reread it, changed a couple of things. But for me to have spent the time to write that ROI proposal, probably would have taken an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And this took 5 minutes. So in my everyday life, I think, okay, how can I use AI to save time and to speed up things that I need to do that can just go faster? And why waste the time? Like, why waste the time of an hour and a half to write an ROI proposal when I could do it in a couple of minutes? So that's the question I think entrepreneurs or small businesses or even just individuals need to ask themselves is, can it help you save time so that you can move on to other things?
So tell us about the moment that you envisioned your company and it coming to life.
Yeah. So, full disclosure. So we use AI in a couple of different ways. So we have two facets to our company. The one is a CRM that we use, which is called Vision AI CRM, which is just that, right? It's a CRM system that also has marketing tasks. Within that CRM, there are some AI bots that you can program to handle online chats, for example, or Q&As that come in through your chat on your website, and other, tasks. We also have some AI scripts that we've come up with that really work to identify your goals and help you identify your voice, and so that you can season your ChatGPT. And there's a whole bunch of bots out there. I really like ChatGPT. I think it's easy to use. So we've created some easy to use scripts to help you define your voice and your goals and how to best use it. So in the business, we always just try to think garbage in, garbage out. And I think that's really important because anything you put into ChatGPT or any bot, it doesn't matter what it is. If you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out, just like your body. Food, garbage in, garbage out. You're not going to be healthy. So it's the same thing with any type of automation and systemizing. So for me, to go back to your initial question, what is productivity? Is what can you systemize? What can you automate? That you're repeating all the time? Because once you have a system and you automate it, then you can focus on improving it to make it better and better and better.
One of the things that you mentioned to me is you can get AI to basically mimic your voice, your personality. How do you do that just typing in words to AI?
So it's not enough to type in words. So my biggest tip for somebody who wants to use ChatGPT is instead of typing, talk to it. Activate in ChatGPT, you can activate the little microphone and you just turn it on and speak to it like you would speak to another human being. So that, because it's a lot easier to talk it out, and you can even say, no, scratch that. This is what I meant. And it makes it more human. And ChatGPT is so smart, it will recognize that. When we type, we tend to correct as we go, which is not your natural voice. Like imagine if I was answering your questions right now, I wouldn't be going on these little tangents and saying, coming up with things on the fly. When you type, you tend to correct yourself. So if you speak to your AI using a microphone, you'll get a lot more out of it. So when you go to ChatGPT, here's like a prompt that you can use. We've developed it deeper, but this is something you can use. You can just say, hey, ChatGPT, I want you to interview me so that you can identify my style, my personality, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, my values. And it will start to ask you questions and answer those questions using the voice instead of typing so that it's more natural. And when it's done, you can say, great, please create my brand voice using this interview that you just did and save it.
Now, can you do that on the free version of ChatGPT, or is this something that you have to buy into?
No, you can use it on the free version.
Perfect. Some great tips. So that way you can really save time.
Yeah, and you can download it. Like I always download my stuff that I really like. So I downloaded my brand identity. So if I go to another GPT tool, or if I come back to chat and I want to kind of start from scratch, I'll load it. I'll load up that PDF and I'll say, here's my brand voice as a reminder. Please now create, whatever, landing page, for this business or this book or whatever it is that you want. So once you do it, download it. So you always save it. If ChatGPT crashes, you'll have the info that you put in there. But have it, it's really fun to ask it to interview you. No matter what project you're doing, say, hey, Chat, please interview me for the launching of my book, and here's an outline of my book, and please interview me so that I have some good PR material, whatever it is. And it works really well because it's forcing ChatGPT to come up with questions based on that next answer. It'll come up with another question and so on and so forth.
Just fascinating. Can you walk us through what makes Vision AI CRM different from other CRM platforms?
I think just everything that it can do, we replace probably up to 30 to 35 other tools. So we replace Calendly because we have a calendar integration. We replace Hootsuite because we have social media posting automations. We replace CRM, something like, HubSpot that you might use for your CRM. We replace website funnels, automations. There's a whole bunch of tools. You can collect money, you can sell digital products. And one of the things I most enjoy in the platform is the collab, which is a sub-platform of the platform, where you can host courses and communities. And really build a community that you can talk to in a chat, where there's an app for it, and hold courses on there. So that replaces, other things like school or any of the other online course platforms. What's nice about it is it has its own app, so that you can really just build a community, chat with your people, really know what they want and like, and you can sell your courses or make them free. Like it doesn't matter to us, and there's no limit. You can have as many courses as you want. So I think that makes it unique and fun to use.
Well, Danielle, we need to take a quick break, but I've got lots of other questions, so stick around. We'll be right back with more BizTV after this. And we are back with Danielle to talk more about AI and her business, Vision AI CRM. And Danielle, I've got to ask, what are the top 3 automations every small business owner should implement today?
Auto respond to comments on your Facebook page or your Instagram page. There are too many comments that people make on your social media that small businesses don't respond to. So that would be number one, because those are hot leads, right? If they're asking for information, just auto respond to those. The next one would be to have a chat widget on your website that either has a bot or not, but at least a chat widget where you can collect leads, where the chat asks for the person's email, phone number, so that you can, or one of your salespeople can get back to them. If you have website visitors and they don't have a way to leave their information or to ask for information, you're just leaving money on the table, in my opinion. And the last automation, let me think on which one that would be, but I would say automate a small sales sequence. It does not have to be complicated. But if you do have a lead, have a small sequence that's automated that maybe has, 7 to 10 follow-up emails or SMS messages that provide value. It's one thing to say, thank you so much for your request for information. Here's a link to buy. Okay, fantastic. But then if you provide 7 to 10 emails that give free information that helps them in their project or whatever it is that you're doing, then you're starting to build value, not just trying to shove a sale down their throat. So if you can automate a small sequence like that, it can really make a huge difference at the end of the year for your business.
And you can make money off of that and build relationships, which is probably most important because those people keep coming back over and over again. You had mentioned AI generated content, and you've got a blog. How can business owners maintain authenticity when using AI to write their personal emails?
Number one is read what the AI gave you and, read it carefully. Does it represent who you are? Add a little spin or change a sentence to make it more you. Now, the more you season your AI, the less you have to do that. Because you can correct it as you go. So, I mentioned earlier, you can ask ChatGPT to interview you, but you can also upload videos, scripts, emails that you've written, letters that you've written into ChatGPT to also help recognize your personality. So, but number one is read what it came out with and make it yours. So I think that's just really important. I think bots are great. I think it's the wave of the future. We're not going to get away from them. So you need to learn how to use it properly and ethically. So to be ethical and to be true to yourself and live with integrity, read what it spit out and adapt it to you and make it yours. You can use it as as a sounding board. You can use it to brainstorm. But at the end of the day, if you really want to be authentic to your customers and to who you are, reread what it spit out to make sure that it represents your thoughts and your personality.
So AI is not something where you put some stuff in and you just copy and paste whatever AI gives you, because that's not going to be authentic to you.
I mean, you can. And sometimes, I will admit, sometimes it will spit out something and I'm like, oh man, that is spot on, right? And other times it spits out and I'm like, ooh, I sound like an attorney. That's not me. Like, I'm all about fun and bubbly. And it's like, no, that was way too formal. So sometimes it is spot on, but you have to read it, right? And like, read through it and make sure that it is spot on. And if it's not, change it and make it yours.
You mentioned ChatGPT, but you mentioned some other AI. Is there a specific tool right now that's your favorite to go to?
I'm all in on ChatGPT because I have invested so many hours and took so much time to season it to who I am. And that's my go-to personally that I really enjoy using. There's a whole bunch of other ones out there, that you can use. There's Acuity. There's a gazillion. There's Jasper AI is probably, it's huge. It was one of the first ones as well. I think it depends on how much you want to spend and what you want to do with it. For ChatGPT, I'm spending less than $25 a month. And I think, for me, it does everything I need it to do. Especially they've made some upgrades. So I think it's even better than it has ever been. But there's others out there. There's some that create, videos. There's some that create images. So it depends on what you're looking for and how much time you want to spend. I'm all about productivity and getting things done that I need done. So to learn an AI to create an image is extremely time consuming because you have to really put in the right prompts. And the learning curve on that is not worth it to me. I'd rather just pay somebody who's already learned it to do it. But if that's your bag and that's what you want to do, and you're a graphic designer or you create ads, whatever it is, then by all means, go learn that. But ChatGPT is easy to use because, again, use that little microphone. I'm telling you, that is key. Next time you go to it, click on that microphone and just talk to it and ask what you really want out of it. It'll save you so much time.
And we should all be used to that. We're used to saying, hey, Siri, do this for me. So why not? Hey, ChatGPT, do this for me. What's one tool in your productivity stack that you just can't live without?
Good notes. So Good Notes is a little note-taking thing that I use on my iPad. It's compatible, I believe, also with Android tablets, but I keep all my stuff in Good Notes because you can create binders with separators and all your notes are searchable, even if they're handwritten. So that's my go-to. I would die without it. It'd be horrible.
It would be like losing your phone.
I used to have little books, notebooks everywhere, but then you're flipping through the notebook, right? And then my daughter told me about Good Notes. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. And I'd be so toast. I'd be toast without it. I'd be so in trouble. I have everything organized. I can search by keywords and it finds my notes and highlights that keyword everywhere. It reads your handwriting. I love it.
And the fact that your daughter was the one that gave you that information, and you're giving her credit, so I've got to say that's pretty wise.
As it should. That is as it should.
That's right. If you could automate one thing in life, not a business, but just automate one thing in life, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Cooking.
I think we're all there.
I will give kudos to my husband. He's an incredible chef and he does most of the cooking at home, but it would be so nice to have a little bot that could do the cooking for us so we could have more time together. But yeah, cooking, I think that would be pretty sweet.
Maybe that's something to come. We'll just have to wait and see. Danielle, if folks want more information about you, your business, where can they find you?
They can email me at Danielle@dlwasson.com, but I'm also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
All right. Danielle, as always, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, Kelly.
Thanks for watching BizTV's Beyond the Brand. Be sure to subscribe to the BizTV YouTube channel, where you'll find full episodes of this show, a 24/7 live stream, fresh BizTV content, and a few surprises each week to help you stay inspired.